I wish my lips were straight. This side is crooked. Ah. Hannies, welcome back to my channel. Ooh, I know that it's been a very long time that we actually played with some makeup, and with summer literally around the corner, I thought, why not, let's do a summer makeup tutorial. So if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe to my channel, like, share, and click that little notification bell, which does notify you every time that I upload a new video here on YouTube. So I'm thinking of starting off with my eyes first. Now there is the trend called the fox eye look, which I'll post the pictures here if you guys haven't heard of that, a trend, except I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. I'm not gonna take it all the way towards the inner corners, or maybe I will, I don't know, maybe we'll see how I feel. But I'm gonna start off with my brows. So the first thing I'm gonna do, you guys, is go into my Precisely My Brow Pencil, especially for the summertime. I mean, normally I do go into the pomade. I go into the Cabral gel from Benefit in the shade number 4, but I also go into their Precisely My Brow Pencil for a more natural look. So I always like to outline my brow first, and then I'll just start to fill it in. Oh yeah, oh yes. Also, I'm doing laundry in my room. My little studio here is next to my laundry, or my room is next to the laundry room, so estoy secando ropa, so si se escucha, I am so sorry. And then for the head of my brow, you guys, I just use the spoolie to just, because you know how we outlined the brow, I just take the product that I outlined it and use my spoolie and brush it up. That way I don't have to add any more product in that area, because I want it to look more like of an ombre from light to dark. And I don't want to apply too much product, because that's when the brow starts to look more boxy. And with using a brow pencil, with any brow product, I don't like this to look too dark. I like it to look more like hairs and more natural. Okay, so now it's time to apply our primer. Now I know that I normally go into my Urban Decay Eden primer, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit just because I'm not doing a really heavy eye where we're going to be using a lot of color, and I don't want my eyeshadows to stand out so much, so I'm not going to go into the Urban Decay Eden primer. So instead I'm going to go into my foundation, and it's the Dose of Colors foundation 112 Meet Your Hue. Sorry, mine's a little dirty. Oh my god, how embarrassing, but oh well. I'm just gonna clean up my brow and just take it all the way into our lid. So now it's time for the eyeshadow. Now, since we are doing a more fox eye look, I definitely want to keep the base of my eyeshadows super neutral, soft, and more wearable, because we're gonna mainly focus on the eyeliner. So for the palette today, I'm gonna go into the Tarte. This is the Clay Play palette. I have used this already a couple of times, and I absolutely love it because it comes with 3 bronzers for different skin tones. I definitely go into these 2 the most, but I also love how these are all matte. Such a beautiful palette. I just love that it's an everyday type of palette too. And I love mattes as well. For the brush, I'm gonna go into the BEBELLA NG327 brush. It kind of reminds me of the Morphe M433. And for the eyeshadow today, you guys, I'm gonna go into, let's go into JENNI first, which is this one right here. And we're gonna apply this all over our entire eyelid. Okay, so we're just gonna place this all over the lid. And I like this color a lot because it's just really subtle. I really like the way that this looks for like an all over color. Okay, so now to darken up the crease a little bit, I'm gonna go into the shade called Stone, which is this one right here. And we're just gonna place this right in the crease of our eye. And we're still gonna be using the same BEBELLA NG327 brush to apply it. Just right in here, just to warm it up just a little bit. I am going a little bit higher, you guys, right here towards the sides of the nose, just to make this open up just a little bit more, and it makes the eye appear more wider and more bigger. I love it. I love how it gives it a nice contour look right here. When you take pictures, this looks so beautiful. Just always make sure to only add a little bit and not add a lot, because then it's gonna look really dark. We just want a hint of contour right there. Now for the eyeliner, I'm gonna go into a brown gel liner, and I think that's what this is called. This is from Anastasia. It's their waterproof cream color in the shade called Sable. I think this is eyeliner, I think, hopefully, correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to show you guys up close. So here is what it looks like. It kind of looks like their pomade, except this is for eyeliner, I want to say. And then to apply it, I'm going to go into my MAC 266. Their number has rubbed off, but I think it is the MAC 266. And then just start to create your wing. So I'm gonna do a baby wing. I don't want to take it all the way towards the inner corner. I literally just want to keep it towards the outer corner of my eye. And that's why, you guys, I really like the MAC 266 because it's really, really thin, so you can get it really into the eye like this, really close to your top lash line without it looking too thick. Also, this product, you guys, it dries really, really fast, so just make sure that you work really, really fast with it. Also, just make sure you do close this really tight so that way your product does not dry up. For mascara, I'm gonna go into the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So while I let my lashes dry for a little bit, we're gonna go straight into skin. So I'm gonna go into the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I absolutely love this stuff because it's super hydrating. I'm just gonna place this all over our skin. You can also just apply it on your T-zone if you want to, but since I am pretty combo and I do get more oilier during the summertime, I do like to apply it all over my face. It just works for me that way. So before our lashes dry, I'm gonna go ahead and pop them on. Now these lashes, you guys, I don't remember what brand they are from, but I personally really like them. I think they're TARTE lashes though. I think they are. Because like it goes from like a cat eye, you know, it goes from like short to long, but I just like how kind of straight they look, you know, like they don't look too curled. But I just like the way that these look and give me a nice you know, cat eye look. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I do apologize. If you're trying to recreate this look, just grab a lash that is like that. Like it goes from short to all the way long. Now it's time for foundation. I'm gonna go into the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue in the shade 112. Now you guys already know that I've been using this foundation for quite some time here on my channel. Now I love it so much, especially for the summertime. I feel like it's going to be a really, really good foundation. I'm going to go into a brush. So I'm using the BEBELLA NG357 brush. And the reason why I am using a brush instead of a sponge is because I really like the way that this brush applies my foundation. I feel like it applies it really, really nice and fast, and it doesn't feel heavy or cakey like some foundation brushes normally feel. And I've been loving this brush for the past few weeks. You can also use this brush if you're going into like a BB cream or something more lighter than a full coverage foundation. This claims to be more on like the medium to full coverage. I definitely don't feel like it's too dry either. So unfortunately I don't have like that like model looking skin, so for the summertime I have to wear my regular makeup and it works for me. It really does last a lot longer. I know that there's girls that don't wear hardly anything, where they're like no foundation routine. I'm like, I wish that was me. But I don't have, you know, like the clear bomb looking skin. Like I have redness, I have pores, I need to hide those. So for concealer, I'm gonna go into the Hourglass in the shade Sepia. I absolutely love this concealer, or I've been loving it because it doesn't feel super heavy. It feels really, really nice on the skin. Okay, so I went ahead and blended out my concealer. I normally don't go into the cream contour during the summertime because I don't want too much going on with my skin. So right now, since we went ahead and already blended out the concealer, I'm gonna go into bronzer. So for the bronzer today, I'm gonna go into the usual, my City bronzer in the shade 200. You guys already know that this has been my jam for the longest. I'm using my Sigma large angled contour brush, the F40. And what we're gonna do is just start to apply our bronzer, and then we'll go ahead and set with a powder, taking the bronzer into the eyeshadow as well, so that way it all blends in together. You can definitely go into the cream contour if you guys want to. I just don't want to add too much cream or too much onto my skin. I'm gonna go into this powder, the Maybelline Loose Powder, and this one is shine free. I absolutely love it, and it's also from the drugstore. But this really allows my makeup to stay in place and locked in, and it's a drugstore product. Okay, so while we let this bake a little bit, I'm gonna go back into the City Bronzer by Maybelline, and I'm gonna be picking up this Small Firm Eyeshadow ES4 from Profusion, and I'm just gonna go ahead and run this towards the lower lash line because I want a little bit of brown or bronziness underneath here. I do want a little bit of darkness, not too much. So I'm gonna go back into the Tarte Clay, Clay palette, and I'm picking up, let's go into Smoke, which is this dark brown right here. So for my waterline, you guys, I kind of want it to look more bronzier. So I am gonna go into this palette from Morphe. This is the Artistry palette, the 18T palette. So with this one, I'm gonna go into the shimmery eyeshadow, and I'm gonna be picking up my MAC 266 after I cleaned it, of course. I'm gonna use a setting spray. I'm just gonna spray that. I want it to look bronzy. Now I'm gonna go back into my mascara, but first let's go ahead and just dust off some of that powder underneath our eye. Going back into that Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Coat your bottom lashes. While we do our lips, you guys, I'm gonna pick up more of that powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and just go like this to the powder, so that way I can look more pulled back once we're done. Just that area right there. Actually, you know what? I almost forgot to contour my nose, so I'm gonna go into the Morphe E30 brush, going back into that City Bronzer, picking up just a little bit, and I'm just gonna apply some towards the sides of my nose and then up the brows. Picking up some more of that powder. I'm just gonna do the sides like this, so that way it looks nice and snatch. For highlight, as per usual, I'm gonna go into the JENNI RIVERA BEBELLA Cosmetics Dama Divina. For blush, I'm gonna go into the Benefit Dandelion blush, and the brush that I'm using is from Sonia Kashuk, but it was from a set for the holidays, so I'm sorry, just use whatever brush that you have to apply your blush. For lips today, I'm gonna go into MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil, and for lipstick, I think I'm gonna go into the Maybelline 55 Driver. It's their Super Stay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks, which are honestly one of my favorite liquid drugstore lipsticks at the very moment. Okay guys, so we're almost done. Now the last thing that we need to do is apply our setting spray. Now I did get this from Morphe. This is the Luminous setting spray. I personally have not used it. I kind of want to go into it right now just to play with it. I'm not going anywhere. So for the summertime, you can definitely wear some like mattifying setting spray. I love the Morphe one too. They do have one. Or the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. That one's also a really good one. Me, sometimes for the summertime, I do like to be matte, but at the same time, I still want my skin to look kind of hydrated, if that makes any sense. I know that you normally want your makeup to look matte and last a lot longer, which I feel like for me, it still does. This is the foundation for me really holds up really well, as well as with my primer. So adding a little bit of a luminous setting spray, I don't think it's gonna hurt. I mean, at least I don't think it will. I hope not. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray some because I do want to try it out and play with it. This smells really good. Oh, it's infused with coconut water, glycerin, and apple extract. This hydrating spray sets your makeup and seals in moisture, leaving you with a glowy finish. So it feels really good actually, and I thought it was gonna spray more like a camel, you know, like but no, it does spray more like a mist, so it feels really nice. So it's not gonna ruin your makeup either. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you liked it, do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also comment down below and let me know what you think of this glam, and let me know what other videos you guys want to see here on my YouTube channel. I love to hear you guys' feedback and ideas. It was so good to be back and sit here and play. More videos to come for sure. I'm feeling more like myself now, and I'm feeling more inspired. So I'm gonna be making these videos for you guys. Besitos, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Bye!